Psychology facts about human behavior that will blow your mind. Perceptions of vaginal size have varied across cultures and time periods. In ancient Greece, for instance, a woman's reproductive organs were considered a symbol of fertility and vitality. Larger vaginas were often associated with higher fertility. In contrast, Victorian-era standards emphasized modesty and viewed sexual organs, including the vagina, through a lens of purity and restraint, often shrouding discussions of anatomy and secrecy and stigma. Larger vaginas may accommodate larger penises more comfortably, reducing the risk of discomfort or pain during intercourse. This can enhance sexual pleasure for both partners. While a larger vagina might create less friction, techniques such as varying penetration angles, speed, and incorporating foreplay can significantly enhance the sexual experience. Communicating with your partner about what feels good is key. Women who feel comfortable and confident in their bodies are more likely to enjoy sexual activities. Building this confidence through positive reinforcement and open communication with a partner can greatly improve sexual satisfaction. The vagina's temperature can increase during sexual arousal, providing a warm and inviting sensation for penetration. This natural warming can enhance the overall pleasure for both partners. The vagina has a remarkable self-cleaning ability. Vaginal secretions help maintain a healthy pH balance and prevent infections. It's a natural and essential part of vaginal health. Located at the lower end of the uterus, the cervix varies in sensitivity among women. For some, deep penetration that reaches the cervix can be pleasurable, while for others it might be uncomfortable. It's important to communicate preferences with your partner. The duration and intensity of female orgasms can vary significantly. On average, a female orgasm lasts about 20 seconds, much longer than the typical 6 seconds for males. Some women can experience multiple orgasms in one session, adding to the complexity and wonder of female sexual response. Don't be afraid to explore different positions, techniques, and forms of stimulation. Every woman's body is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. In ancient Egypt, sexuality was openly celebrated, and women's reproductive health was highly valued. Texts from that era reveal a sophisticated understanding of female anatomy and sexual pleasure. During the Middle Ages, discussions of female sexuality were often suppressed by religious and societal norms. Women's bodies were frequently depicted in art and literature as objects of purity, with little acknowledgement of their sexual desires. Natural lubrication can vary widely among women. Factors such as hormonal levels, arousal, hydration, and even diet can influence vaginal lubrication. Understanding and addressing these variations can lead to more comfortable and enjoyable sexual experiences. For many women, emotional intimacy is deeply intertwined with sexual satisfaction. Feeling emotionally connected and understood by a partner can significantly enhance the physical aspects of sex. Women's sexual peaks can occur at different times in their lives. While men typically reach their sexual peak in their late teens, women often experience heightened sexual desire and satisfaction in their 30s and 40s. Women can experience a wide range of sexual responses, from clitoral orgasms to vaginal and blended orgasms. Each type of orgasm can offer different sensations and levels of pleasure. Vaginal size does not determine sexual pleasure. The key to sexual satisfaction lies in emotional connection, technique, and mutual understanding between partners. The vagina is highly elastic and capable of returning to its pre-pregnancy state. Pelvic floor exercises can aid in this recovery process. Women's sexual desires can be just as strong as men's, though they may be influenced by different factors, such as emotional connection and relationship dynamics. In ancient Rome, women's sexuality was often tied to fertility and procreation. However, Roman literature and art also celebrated sexual pleasure and eroticism. During the Middle Ages, female sexuality was heavily regulated by the church. Women were often viewed as either pure and virtuous or as temptresses, leading to a dichotomy in how their sexuality was perceived. The Victorian era is known for its prudish attitudes towards sex. Women were expected to be modest and chaste, and discussions of sexual pleasure were largely taboo. The 20th century saw significant changes, particularly with the sexual revolution of the 1960s and 70s. This era promoted sexual freedom and the exploration of female pleasure. Building intimacy outside the bedroom is crucial. Engaging in activities that foster emotional closeness can strengthen the sexual relationship. Estrogen helps maintain vaginal health and lubrication, which is essential for comfortable and pleasurable sex. It also affects mood and sexual desire. In ancient Greece, the vagina was often depicted in art and literature as a symbol of fertility and beauty. It was celebrated in religious rituals and revered in mythology. Many indigenous cultures around the world have revered the vagina as a sacred and powerful symbol. In some traditions, it is considered a source of life and creativity. During the medieval period in Europe, the vagina was often viewed through a lens of modesty and morality. Women's sexuality was heavily regulated by religious and societal norms. In contemporary Western society, there has been a shift towards greater openness and acceptance of female sexuality. Movements advocating for body positivity and sexual health have helped to demystify and celebrate the vagina. How a woman perceives her own body, including her vagina, can influence her self-esteem and sexual confidence. Promoting a positive body image is crucial for mental and emotional health. In many ancient cultures, rituals involving the vagina were performed to promote fertility and honor deities associated with reproduction. Historical treatments for vaginal health issues ranged from herbal remedies to more invasive practices. Some of these practices were based on cultural beliefs rather than medical science. The vagina has often been a powerful symbol in mythology and folklore. It has represented everything from creation and life to mystery and taboo. Vaginas come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. There is no normal or ideal appearance. The vagina is rich in nerve endings, especially in the outer third near the vaginal opening. This area, including the clitoris and G-spot, is highly sensitive and can produce intense pleasure when stimulated. The clitoris is often considered the powerhouse of female pleasure. Although it's located outside the vaginal canal, its internal structure extends into the vagina, contributing to sensations during penetration. Located a few inches inside the vagina on the anterior wall, the G-spot can provide a different type of pleasure. Stimulation here can lead to intense orgasms for some women. Many women require clitoral stimulation to achieve orgasm. Penetrative sex alone is not always sufficient for all women. Vaginal tightness can vary due to many factors, including genetics and muscle tone. It is not a reliable indicator of sexual history. Ancient cultures, such as those in India and China, often celebrated female sexuality and included detailed knowledge of female pleasure in their texts and practices. A wide vagina, in this context, refers to the vaginal canal's ability to expand and accommodate. This isn't a static characteristic. The vagina is incredibly adaptable. During sexual arousal, the vaginal tissues swell, and the canal can widen significantly to facilitate penetration. One of the key psychological benefits of having a wider vagina is the increased comfort during sex. Women who experience less discomfort are likely to feel more confident and relaxed, which can significantly enhance their overall sexual experience. Women with larger vaginas might worry about not providing enough friction or pleasure during intercourse, leading to anxiety and self-consciousness. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.